You know, I love Jamie Curtis. Don't mean I love her like I'm going to marry her. Well, I would have done back in the day. But I would have shagged her in the day, especially when I seen her in a film where she got her tits out and she's got a nice pair. You know, in the film Changing Spaces. I like Jamie Curtis. I meant to say I love her as an actress. You know, I love her in the original Halloween. I love her in Halloween too. You know, she didn't really have a lot to do apart from lie in a bed and wear a shit wig and look scared. I still liked her in it. I liked her when she did the voice to Irene 3. So she weren't in it, but remember the bit where she does tofu, tofu, believe it or not, that was her fucking voice. I liked her in The Fog. Reviewed The Fog, loved The Fog. True Today, fucking tastic. Was she in a good performance? What's her in Blue Steel, where she plays a cop? You know what, when I was talking about army films, I forgot to say one. True Lies. She's in that. She looks fucking sexy in that. You see when she did that dance and she did the Tamna Man a fucking erection where she did it. I'm not making it up. Look it up. I like Jamie Curtis as an actress, and back in the day she was a good looking woman. The only fucking film I fucking hate, and I think is fucking horrendous. You know what I mean? I just think this film is horrendous. It's horrendous. It shouldn't be called Halloween H2O, it should be called Jamie Curtis is getting a paycheck. That's what it is. That is what it fucking is. It's Jamie Curtis getting a paycheck. Truth of the matter is, right, as we all know, our favourite actor, you know, he played Dr. Humors. As we all know, he sadly passed away when he did the fucking horrible one being Halloween fucking 6, which in my eyes should have just left it and called it a fucking day. But no, money talks, decided to do another one in 1998, that being Halloween H2O. You know, that's that one, you know. And it's a fucking, that's, they had to thought, oh, we'll get Jamie Curtis. Now, it pissed me off, you got the nurse, remember the nurse in Halloween 1 and 2? Told the story, she gets killed, a lad gets killed in the opening, right? And it's all sort of like give a love letter to Dr. Humors. You do hear the actor's voice talking evil, poor evil. You know, I wanted to see that. I just watched the original. What's the second one where it says his epic lines? You know, it's just fucking sad that John Pescitt's in it. Then John Pescitt died in 1996. You know what I mean? Because they couldn't get John Pescitt in. Why not the next nearest one, Jamie fucking Curtis? And you can see she's not arsed doing it. She's just doing it for this. You know what I mean? Two Lies, damn good fucking film. You ever seen Two Lies? Damn good film. I just named all the fucking films. I like it. Fish Gold Wonder, a hilarious fucking film, a funny fucking film. This, it's horrendous. I sooner watch Prom Night. It's not one of the best roles, not one of the best slasher films, but it sees Prom Night, she had a lot more to fucking do than this. Fuck. Where can I begin? Again, like I say, you got the nurse getting killed, you got an opening where you got like memory lane, you hear fucking Dr. Humors talking, the bit of the line said evil, just poor evil, you know, all that shit. Right? And now you got, it's like a couple of years later, 10 years later, it's got a lad. You know what I mean? Some lad's pretty boy actor, fuck it. And she's now a stew teacher. You know, she's a stew teacher. And she's having flashbacks of Michael Mathers here and there. And it kind of forgets everything what you saw in number 4. And it kind of forgets everything that happened in 5. And fuck it, it forgets everything that happens in 6. So that's why you never hear about Laurie's daughter being killed. Now, it does sort of mention that originally they were going to do that where she found out about her daughter getting killed, but this was like, it sort of forgotten number 5 and it sort of forgotten fucking 6 and 4 all in one. It forgot them all, you know what I mean? And it forgot me because I forgot the film because it's fucking forgetful. So you get that, right? Now technically you do get Janet Leigh. You know, it's kind of sad these were the last roles and this is the shit she had to fucking do. It's nice to see Janet Leigh with her daughter Jamie Lee Curtis, you know, starring in Devon after so many years of being in the film The Fog. It just made me want to watch The fucking Fog. In all fairness, it made me want to watch The Fog. And I don't understand when you got Janet Leigh, why the fuck are they paying Psycho? They've been it, I swear right, they're paying the fucking theme tune from Psycho. like a love letter to Psycho, and I'm thinking, why are you playing this? Janet Leigh didn't just start as fucking Psycho getting stabbed in the famous shower scene. She did loads of fucking films. You know, she did The Vikings. She did films after Psycho. She was in The fucking Fog with her fucking daughter Jamie Lee Curtis. Why the fuck are you playing the theme tune to fucking Psycho? Is fucking Michael Matthews gonna suddenly get mummy issues and think he's Norman fucking Bates? Give me a fucking break. But this one, they had a few decent kills in it, you know. There's one scene here which is a love letter to Halloween 2. If you've ever seen Halloween 2, you remember the scene where he tags his nurse, he's got a staple and he lifts the nurse up with his bare hands. It does it in this with Jamie Lee Curtis's hubby, a boyfriend. Lifts him up with a knife and it's more like this and he's choking on blood, so to make it a bit more graphic and a bit more brutal. But, you know, you want to go into it to blood and gore, fair enough. If I want to see that, I'll just watch Halloween 2, which I think was the most violent one out of them all. But again, you know, he's chasing her and he's trying to fucking kill her. It's like, why is he trying to kill her after all this time? Why? Why is it every fucking Halloween film is either trying to kill his fucking niece, kill his fucking long lost sister, kill his long lost fucking daddy? He probably has mummy issues, probably want to do her in next. Why is he trying to kill his fucking family? You know, this never made sense to me. But with Halloween films, I always found them more interesting, more sophisticated. I mean, there was more intelligent. And like fucking Friday the 13th, see, it's fucked my brain. I said that, I meant Halloween. Halloween and Friday the 13th are totally different. Friday the 13th is a typical madman with a hockey mask on, whacking fucking virgins. Where Halloween was more sophisticated. Well, that sounds weird, but it was. Total different icon, but it just never made sense why you go all this way after fucking 10 odd days down a fucking kill Jamie Lee fucking Curtis. You know, her character Laurie Strode. Anyway, he's killing teens here, there, everywhere, you know, bitty bloody, it's based on Halloween, and he's chasing her, and she gets the better of him anyway. She wounds him, gets a fucking dock off axe, and cuts the fucker's head off. She cuts the fucker's head off. And to me, that's maybe how they sort of ended it, because if you think this is fucking bad, which I do, and you think it's fucking horrendous, like I fucking do, Halloween and Retson, I just call it a fucking Retson, because it has a better title, fucking says fuck you to Jamie Lee Curtis's character. It says fuck you. It would piss me off if you kill the fucking nurse for one, not sticking the middle finger up, and two, you kill her off. After all the shit she went through, you kill her off. It pissed me off they did it in the fucking fifth one when they kill a character off a light. You can go Rachel, I remember the name. Rachel! It pissed me off when they killed the character off in number 6. That is, it was a Kevin Access. And it fucking pisses me off to kill the nurse in it. But that's not what pissed me off. It's like, it was pointless. It was pointless at this point. The 6th one was shit. You just bring back Jamie Lee Curtis and he's chasing her. It's like, why? We've had enough. We've had enough of them now. End of fucking Halloween. The last decent Halloween in my eyes is Halloween fucking 4. Halloween 4. And you even avoid that by making out it never fucking happened. But the next one's even worse. It's fucking worse. I'm trying to dodge this one like a fucking STD. Halloween and Retson. Yeah. See you later.